everyone, this is Georgia with Georgia's Crafty Creations, and today I'm going to show you how to put together this triple fold card that I made in Cricut Design Space. It's triple fold because this upper part is going to open up upward, and then you have a gatefold card that you can open up. Now what I did on all my panels, I used an embossing folder on those. I use this embossing folder. It's from Crafter's Companion. I don't know the name of it. It's just hearts. And what I did was I embossed all my 4 panels, and then May Helms of May Made It did a technique where she used a distress ink pad, and she would just drag along to highlight the embossing. And she used a few different colors, but I'm only going to use one on this project because with using a pattern paper, I wanted to highlight my hearts, but I didn't want to overdo it on the hearts. Now what I'm going to use for this project, for this particular card, is I use this Ciao Bella stack paper. And what's nice about this, we're going to be using a different paper today because I didn't have 2 same sheets, is I'm going to use this pattern paper today with the lovebirds. And what you could do in Cricut Design Space is when you go to cut this out, your pieces will be all over. And your hearts will actually be on a second page. But you can do it to where you can get all these pieces on one page. The hearts I changed back to the same color as I had my panels on Design Space so that they would all cut the same. And then it did put it all on one page, just in the wrong order. So what I did was before I went to cut, I rearranged my pieces like these 2 front panels. For this one, I'll put right between the birds, so the birds will be on the front. And then I'll place my hearts where I like it, and it will also cut this back base. Now to cut the base, you have 2 white pieces. You have the white base, and then you have the matte for your sentiment. When you bring that up to cut it in Design Space, it actually puts it on 2 panels. But if you change your mat size to 12 by 24 inch, even if you do not have a 12 by 24 inch mat, you can take and move this piece like further down on your mat to cut, and then you can bring the square from the second mat up into this corner. And that way you can get both pieces onto a 12 by 12 sheet of paper and only use 1 sheet of paper. So I'm going to get this cut out and emboss my panels, and I'll be back to show you how to put it together. Okay, I've got all my pieces cut, and so we're going to start doing this card. The first thing I'm going to do, I've already embossed all my panels, and I'm going to use Victorian Velvet Distress ink. And what I'm going to do is just lightly drag this across my embossing. I'm going to do it on all the panels. And you'll see how the hearts, it just makes them pop up off the page a little more than just the straight embossing. And if you want a little more in spots, just add it in. But I think I like that, so I'm going to set those aside to dry for a minute. And I'm going to bring my hearts out because I decided I wanted to do something different with my hearts this time too. I have my hearts, and I'm just going to spray them a little bit with some shimmer mist just to give them some glittery, sparkly shine to them. And then we can also set that aside for a moment. And I'm going to wipe the ink off my fingers so I don't get it on my white card. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our card base. Now our card base has 3 score marks. You have 1 on either side, and then you have 1 up here. Now the score mark up here I did not do even with the top of the card. I did it a little bit above because it just folds better if it's a little above the top of the card. It just fits better. So we're going to go ahead and fold on our score lines. I got my bone folder here. We're going to do a nice crease. This is a textured paper, and sometimes the score lines from Cricut are really, really light. So you got to search for them. So we're just going to match this one up and go ahead and score that one. And then we're going to take our top piece and we're going to fold it down. And there you have your trifold. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to take our inside mat and just put some adhesive on the back of it. And we're going to go ahead and place that where you would like it placed. Right in the center. That looks good. And then we're going to take our two side panels, and this pattern paper had these little squares on, so I'm going to put that to the outside. And what you want to do, you want to line up the bottom with the bottom of your center. So we're going to go ahead and put some adhesive on it. And my adhesive ran out. Let me grab another one real quick. There we go. And we're just going to make sure this lines up with the bottom of the card. That looks good. And press it down. And I'm going to take my other side, put adhesive on the back of it, and place it. That looks pretty good. So there we have the inside, and then we're going to take our sentiment panel and put it right in the center. And you still have plenty of place to write a note here. You could even write a note up across the top. So next we're going to put on our front panels. Get the first one on. That one's a little low for me. We're going to raise it up a little bit. That's better. Press it down. I don't know about you, but I have a whole lot of pattern paper that I bought because I liked it, and this is a nice way to use some pattern paper up too in a unique way. And you're going to want to line that up with your other one. And see, you have your two little lovebirds there and amongst all their hearts. Now the final thing I'm going to do, I'm going to do this a little bit different than my first one. On my first one, I put the hearts flat, and what I did is I mainly put glue on the back of all the big hearts. But I think I want to pop this one up. And I don't know, you probably can't see the glitter, but the shimmer mist makes it look really nice. And you want to make sure you have your hearts oriented the right way to match your panel. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take small pop dots. I might put a larger one on a couple of the bigger ones. But we're just going to put pop dots on the back of some of the hearts. Well, we're probably going to put them on all the solid hearts just to give it the... Have to make sure how this goes. We don't want to put one up here at the top because that's going to stick off the edge of your paper. I might put a couple like right at the base of the hearts for the top, just the center too. Now we got to peel all of those off. Okay, now that we have all those on there, we're going to turn it over. And I'm going to start down here at the bottom because I want to make sure I have my bottom hearts lined up well. Oh, and I do like it raised up. It just gives us this airy, lacy feel. And I forgot to mention the hearts are from the paper lace collection on Cricut Design Space. So there you have your trifold card. So I hope you enjoyed the video, enjoyed the card. I'll be sharing my Design Space file below. And also I will be doing another video showing you how you can create your own custom trifold with whatever you want to be your top flap. I have different ideas for it, so I thought I would just show one online and show you how to make one for yourself. So if you like this video, click like below, be sure and subscribe, and have a great day everybody. Happy crafting!